What's going on, people? Back in top of the fucking league. It's mad out here, blood. It's mad out here, blood. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you smash that like button. Turkish, what you saying, blood?
My bro, I didn't think we'd have this kind of a show when we got this started still, but here we are, man.
Bruv, what's the weather like down there, blood? Where you at? It's mad out here, fam.
I swear the battle lines are being drawn nice and early, fam.
Trust
Say
me,
no
blood.
more.
All day. This is the season, blood. This is the
Yeah.
season. I'm telling you, bro. Man's feeling it. Man's feeling it right now. You get me? Man's got to take every single day as it comes, but bro, I'm buzzing, fam.
So you should be, fam. At the end of the day, who the hell would have expected it? I think you lot would have been the least to expect it with how the last season and the summer transfer window went. You know, wasn't the most confident, but top of the league. What, 3 points clear?
Clear, fam.
Liverpool next.
Yeah,
it's looking good, man. I understand why you're happy. I understand why you'd be optimistic. And yeah, bro, I'm just here like, well, one day I'll be able to start a show like that too. But
come on,
I don't know how old I'm gonna be when that happens. I can't lie.
Nah, trust me, man. All right, big up everyone inside. Big up everyone inside, bro. We got over 500 people here already.
Swear,
listen, we're just getting started, bro. We're cooking today, bro. Today, man's on it, fam. On it. Got Red Talk as well after at 7 with Saeed here, and then at 9 o'clock I'm on some Liverpool thing with Grizz and them man there from Coppish or something. I'm gonna toast them as well, blood. You man think it's a joke, fam? Them Liverpool man are rattled, fam. I've never heard them man talk about us this much, bro. I've never heard it. These man are nervous, bro.
It's mad. I can't lie. I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans rattled recently. And you know what it is? That tells me that there is something there for you, man. Because if it was, you know, if it was still the confidence that they tell you about in terms of this is just a run with Man United, then surely you wouldn't be rattled right now. Surely you'd be enjoying this moment where United fans have raised hope again and they're destined to fail. I can't lie. When it happens with Tottenham, I always enjoy that because I know that even though they're top of the league and they're, you know, happy as Larry, I know in a few weeks I'm going to be able to rip them. With Liverpool fans being rattled, I feel like, right, this game on Sunday, massive game. If you lot pulled out of the bag,
I'm not gonna lie, it's massive for them, blood. You know them ones there. It's massive for them.
Yeah,
it's massive for them. Ain't shit, bro. Like we avoid defeat, we're still above them, bro. You know the ones. We're 3 points clear. Them we could go there, get a draw, and them man are still chasing us, bro. We got Fulham after that. Fulham are gonna get packed. You know, like that. So bro, listen, bro. The pressure's on these man. These man are rattled. Their managers rattled. Their fans are talking about us. Their strikers are dead. Like, bro, it's perfect. You know the ones. It's perfect, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What a start to the year for you, man. Still, what a start
to the year, bro. I'm looking forward to it. Mo flipping Salah, bro, just gonna fire another blank against us like he always does. You know, like that, bro. It's calm, bro. I'm ready for Luke Shaw to just pocket, man. Like that. That's just what happens. That's just what happens, bro. That's what happens when we play, man, bro. It happens every time, bro. I see Ashley Young pocket him. Like, bro, trust me. Now I'm saying, man, don't bring his shooting boots against us, bro. Man's not worried about him, fam. Pyramid pennant. I told them, man, they're already, fam.
I see Klopp was talking about the penalties like a week ago, innit?
Talking about the penalties, he was bullying bottom of the league manager and that, bro. Klopp's finished, bro. I'm telling you, yeah, he's rattled, insecure, bro. That's what it is. The Liverpool fans are insecure because they know that they don't belong there, bro. You know, they're not used to being up there. You know,
they're nervous.
I mean? These modern day Liverpool fans, bro. 30 years, bro. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't born when Liverpool were good, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So they're not used to being up here. They're not used to this pressure, bro. They're crumbling.
Yeah, because a lot of the fans, especially online now in the social media age, they don't know the glory days for Liverpool.
Bro, the guys on social media are like 30s and under, bro. They ain't no 50-year-old man, yeah? Like our parents' age that knew Liverpool when they was doing stuff. These men are rattled because they're not used to being there, bro.
Yeah.
They're not used to it. They're not used to being on the top and having man chasing them. Them used to always be the man chasing, and now it's peak for them. I'm telling you, these men are mad insecure. Their managers doing up chatty patty. Do you know what I'm saying? And the players out there, bro, they're not performing.
Because this position, like, look, who said it? Someone used to say, if you don't win back-to-back titles, like it doesn't mean as much, obviously, as one. And I get that. And I
because
get
you
that.
need to show dominance. To show dominance,
yeah,
you have to do it twice in a row. We
so
done it
this
3
season,
times in a row.
This season for Liverpool, for all of the fans, like you said online, especially, it's like this is the first season where Liverpool are defending the main trophy in England, and it's not. If it's Tottenham, it's one thing. If it's Chelsea, it's one thing. But if United start creeping around first and start, making some noise, that's a whole other thing for Liverpool. The rivalry is intense. It's mad. So,
bro,
but we'll see how he reacts. There's a lot of rattled
bro.
people.
They're scared, and I'm loving it. Imagine man go top of the league, and then man are out here doing up vlogs and that. Nah, less of that, bro. Less of that, man. They don't want it. They don't want it. I love seeing them. I love seeing them cry, bro. Absolutely love it. You know what I mean? It's amazing. So, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Long may it continue, bro. I can't wait.
I can't. I'm tuning into the watch along on Sundays, so I need to see what's going on in that. Who you got on? Have you got anyone on, or is it just going to be you and Saeed? Or?
Me and Saeed. James. I told James to jump in at halftime.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I told him to jump in at halftime. Do you know what I'm saying? So it'd be one of them ones, bro. Now I'm ready for them, though.
What about Man City, though?
What about them? Do you know what I mean? Man City are carrying on doing their business quietly like they always do, bro. It's hard to make noise when you got no fans. You know what I mean?
You're not well. It's Liverpool,
bro. I tipped Man City to win the league, bro. Of course.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I mean? I still think they'll win it. You know the ones. I still think they'll win it, bro. So I'm not really looking at Man City because Man City are doing what they're meant to be doing, and they're quietly going about their business, bro. I'm chatting to Liverpool because these man thought they had it in the bag, fam.
Yeah. Nah, I hear you still. And
I never thought they could do it 2 years in a row, blood. Even before the injuries, I picked Man City because I don't believe in Liverpool like that. When I look at their players man for man, I don't believe in them like that. I see a very good coach, that's got a lot of these players overperforming, bro. That's what I've seen. And now they're playing at their level, and that's why they're behind us. That's why.
When you get a good run of not just form, luck as well, and the luck, I mean, in terms of injuries last season and the year before and consistency, things like this happen, and it's how you bounce back and it's how you react. January's here. Liverpool should be doing something in this transfer window. If you're a title winning side, you've just come off the back of a Champions League and a Premier League. January of the next season, not your league position looks in doubt, but it's a bit nervy. This is where you flex. This is where you start flexing as title winners, as the champions, as a big team. So I expect Klopp to do something and Liverpool to do something this month. But if they don't, then it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The pressure's on them, bro. Retain your title, or else you'll just go down as cool. You won it once. Because I swear down, the way they invest. If Liverpool don't win the league this season, I don't know the next time they're gonna win it.
Yeah, because they was vexed with their board and owners 6-7 years ago. Their board and owners, even though they're seen in a better light now, it's more Klopp and what he's brought that's made it happen for Liverpool. It's not like they've had an influx of cash from the owner. They move a certain way in the transfer market. No, they've been more shrewd with it. So, like you said, if they don't win it this year, how shrewd can they be next year when there's more teams out there trying to be
they don't spend peas, bro. They need a centre back because Van Dijk's out. They went into the start of the season with 3 fit centre backs, and guess what? They're probably not going to sign one in January because more times they sell to buy anyway, bro. And if that's how their owners are going to invest, I'm not worried about them in the long run, bro.
Yeah,
in the long run, I'm not worried about them.
Midway said it there. Liverpool's owners were saved by Coutinho's transfer, and essentially they was, because that 140 mil that came in, Klopp made it work, and here we are, Champions League and Premier League. They're not gonna, they have players now that they can sell on for a lot, but then you go into transition periods. Transition periods don't always work out well, and this should be the dominant era, and a Champions League or Premier League, it will be perfect to add another Premier League to it. Otherwise, it starts looking light, to say the least.
That's what I'm saying. So I think this season it's now or it won't be for a while, bro. Because City are gonna keep investing. In the summer, because Pep signed that deal, they're gonna spend peas.
Yeah,
like that. And
Chelsea will flip Lampard around soon enough anyway if it still goes around, and if they get a top manager in, They got top
If they
players.
get
So
a top manager with their players, then they're a serious team. Do you know what I mean? And then even us, yeah, even though we spend money badly, we do spend it. You know them. So I wouldn't be surprised if we spend more money than them in the summer again. You know,
as
like
long
that.
as long as you spend it, you don't know if it's good or bad until you spend it. So you're taking the risks, and you need to take risks. With Liverpool, sometimes they don't take the necessary risks, and that's there's a necessary risk to take in January, and that's a defender coming in now. But I don't know if they'll do it.
But this is it. So man don't really know. So man don't really care about these, man. You know them ones. Like I'm glad that we've got them rattled. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm loving it, bro. All over socials, them man just chatting bare was. Them man are used to being 10, 15th point clear everyone else, and it's just them and Man City. 2-2s now. It's looking mad.
It's definitely looking mad for them.
It's looking mad for them, bro. I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? So bun them man there, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's sensational, fam. Absolutely sensational, man. So yeah, man. Big up everyone inside. Over 1,000 in the building. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I bring up Anas, bro. I'm seeing what these quotes you're putting in there. Flipping, it's that Diallo you. You know the ones there. Yeah, I can't get excited about this. He's a good player though. You know what I'm saying? What's man saying? I would have hoped to play a little bit more, but now I'm here. I'm happy to be here. No, I hear that. That when man are saying, this youth, they pretty much showed him in training and that he's been doing some individual training. The youth's only played like what? They said like 4 games or something for the first team at Atlanta.
Yeah.
I can't get excited about him. I'm not gonna lie, guys. You know the ones there. I can't get excited. I've seen United sign players more experienced than him and then flop. So honestly, I can't get excited about the Diallo thing, man. I know that the club are putting this out there because they want us to get excited, but me personally, I can't in it. I've seen too many people just come in way more experienced than him, like your Bellions, like your Obertans, who were playing first team in League One and that, and they died, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, they died. So
they kept him. They kept him, so you'd think that they'd be playing him. So in January, when you hear he's only played a few games, you think like you can't get too excited then because we just bought him off that team. He's made a name for himself there. Surely they'd be playing him out until January.
That's what I mean. And my man said he could be anywhere between Ronaldo and Obertan, bro.
Yeah.
I swear down because I heard comparisons with Ronaldo from like ex-players, like because saying the price of him and no one really knew about him and that, bro. Cristiano Ronaldo was actually playing, week in, week out in Portugal, bro. Do you know what I mean? Diallo's not playing men's football week in, week out. He's not like the experience isn't even comparable, bro.
And then to come to this league is a mad one. You can't just come into this league off the back of that experience and think you can be consistent. I know he's still young and it's still a project, but it's an expensive. It's a quite expensive project, especially in COVID times. It's quite an expensive.
Yeah, I think it's up front. It's like 15 to 20 mil, and it goes up to. It can go up to 40 million.
Okay,
but I think that's. I don't know if that's performance related. I don't know if that is
game related or
whatever. I don't know, but if it's one of them ones where he has to achieve certain things and maybe it won't go up to 40 if he doesn't achieve it, then fair enough, innit? But as it stands, it's not a deal that I'm very I don't want to hear about the price. It's not something I'm excited about.
Yeah, it's not going to change your immediate fortune. Like it's one for the future.
Yeah. But this is it. Like the clips that we have seen of him, it's very low level. Most of it is against people his age, man. And I watched the Heath Chong in the reserves for Man United, and he looked like a decent player. And then I see him struggling against League One opposition. You know what I mean? So I can't get excited about this kid. I'm not gonna lie, I can't.
You can't because you've seen it pan out before, and you can be left with egg on your face. There's no point in hyping up a guy for no reason. A lot of the football world wants to, hype up players off the back of 5 games and off the back of 5 wins and all that. But really and truly, you need to kind of take a back seat and analyze it better.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Your team. What you man saying, man? Are you aboard the Smith Rowe hype train yet, bro?
Listen, Smith Rowe's been interesting for a little while. It's just that injuries has been a problem for him, innit? So I went through a stage of saying, Smith Rowe is not looking like, he's going to be able to, because he went on a couple of loans. It didn't quite work out for him. And you don't often, you don't hear of loans not working out, and then not often anyway. Usually you want a player to go out and be banging on loan or getting game time. So it's good to see that he's finally back. He's finally got a few games, and it's only a few games under his belt. He just came back from an injury too. So let's be hesitant, because he's played 3-4 games. It's not enough yet. He looks a very good talent. He adds something that our midfield do not have, but we also need to motivate him properly with the players around him. We need to give him a platform to develop, exceed expectations. So I'm very happy with him, bro. I can't lie to you. He comes in. He's got a bit of roughness to him as well, obviously. That's good, because Arsenal players have been notoriously weak over the last decade or so. So hopefully, hopefully he develops. Well, listen, bro. One time I thought Jack Wilshere was going to be next Arsenal captain, and like you said about learning lessons, I've learned my lesson from that, man. Jack Wilshere was something else when he was young, and he turned out to be nothing else. Yeah. So in the end, Emil looks cold, Saka cold, Martinelli cold. But talk to me in 3-4 years, and then I might stick my chest out a bit more for them.
Facts, bruv. I couldn't have I couldn't have put it better.
Yeah.
What are you saying about this, bro?
Balogun, like what? Yeah, apparently RB Leipzig apparently have got a pre-contract agreement. Romano said that's not true. It looks like he's going, because we just had an FA Cup game, and if you're close to having him stay, then surely you put him in that team and you give him some game time. But he wasn't even in the squad, so it looks like he's gone. But again, bro, same way I just said with Wilshere, I thought he was going to be the next best thing. He wasn't. Balogun, people think he's going to be the next best thing. He might not be, but he might be. So let's see how it works out. All I know is right now, we shouldn't be really worrying about an 18-year-old striker. We need to be worrying about who's our next right back, who's the next centre back, who's the next midfielders we bring in. There's a lot more problems now.
Facts. And this thing here about Smith Rowe, bro, like, you know what's mad about English football as well? Like, most of the time, players go out on loan. It just don't work, bro, for whatever reason. Whether it's here, whether it's abroad, I don't know. There's something about loan moves most of the time. Even when you look at players like Harry Kane went out on loan from Tottenham, didn't really do nothing.
Yeah.
And look at him now. Sometimes loan moves, can either come at the wrong time for players. Maybe the loan's the wrong kind of loan. Because my thing is, if you're going to loan a player out, you don't just want them playing football, but you want them playing similar football to the football that you want them to be playing when they're with you.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, there's no point loaning out an 18, 19-year-old guy to League 2, who's going to be playing a shit quality of football with shit players around him, because how much is he going to learn? But then on the flip side, you don't want to be loaning players out and then they're not playing football. Like, I've seen it as well, where players get loaned to a club and then they're getting 10 minutes on a Saturday. Yeah, I mean, they might as well be back at home.
Yeah, well, look at Eddie. Eddie went Leeds and played, I think, started one game. And he was back up to Bamford, the rest. And what was that? What worth was that loan, apart from letting us know that he's not good enough? And a year on, we're trying to still play him. Like, you sent him out on loan. We saw that Leeds didn't think he was good enough for the game time. We've taken him back here and we've given him that game time. So that loan was a mess, because that loan affected his reputation without even him playing. So it's about being wise with it. I remember when Saliba at the beginning of the season, people were saying, we're talking about loaning him to Norwich or something. And I'm thinking, blood, this guy's mum passed away. He's had injuries playing for St. Etienne. He's come to play in Arsenal and we're sending him to Norwich. Yeah. Like, what sense does that make? You're going to ruin the guy's mental, basically, and then send him somewhere he doesn't. In the end, we kept him, and it seemed like it was, to protect him, because we could have sent him on loan to Championship, but it's not the best thing. So you're right, bro. It's all about making sure that loan move is the right one. Otherwise, you might as well keep him in the academy. Keep him in the under 20.
Absolutely, because then he's getting games. What's the point in sending a man on loan to train with an inferior team? So he's training with worse players than he'd be training with if he stayed at home, and then he's not playing.
Yeah.
Like, what's man gaining from that?
Nothing but more like headache. If anything, you're not learning nothing. You've wasted more time. Like literally, you're wasting time and money, and that's in football. You can't be wasting time and money.
But that's what I'm saying, especially if you're still paying the players' wages anyway, which a lot of the time with these youth players, you are like, do you know what I mean? It's not the same when you're loaning big man and man saying, you know what, we'll pay 50% of his wages. Like when they're sending out these youths, because I remember United used to have a affiliation with I think one of the Belgium teams. I think it was Anderlecht or something like that.
Yeah.
And we used to send players out there all the time. I think we sent like John O'Shea out there and a few other guys. But when they were out there, they were actually playing.
Yeah.
You know what? So it don't matter. But there's no point sending man on loan unless there's an agreement that he's going straight into your team and playing.
Yeah,
it really don't make no sense.
Chelsea with Vitesse, they had a good system there where they'd send players there to get game time, and more often than not, they didn't work out.
It was Antwerp, I think it was Royal Antwerp. I think.
Oh, you know,
not Anderlecht.
And what it does, because even if it doesn't work out, yeah, that player has shown themselves on loan too. If they're getting minutes, and they might increase their value, to say the least. But there's, you've got to make it the right one for the club, right one for the player, and right one for the time too. You can't just give a player to another club and say, you know what, it's for experience, when maybe there's no experience to gain over there.
And my man saying, yeah, like he was their highest scorer at a time, and he was coming off the bench. But bruv, if you're coming off the bench, that means you're not good enough to start, bro. Is that not what that means?
Yeah, come on, man. I know he started the loan well. It looked like he was gonna kick on, because I remember he got a goal when he started. He came off the bench, got a goal or two. And then you look, and then you see Bamford's continually starting every game. And at the end of the day, when you look at the profile of striker, or what you would think Eddie's profile is, and Bielsa's tactics, Eddie is a striker that hunts down, If the best thing he probably does is, run. And Bielsa wants you lot to run. So if he's not being played in that system as a starter, or even, in and out, then it shows you something. It shows that another manager, for example, with Torreira, yeah? Torreira last season, I would have said 2 years from now, I'm going to keep Torreira. That's one of the players I'd keep. But in between that, he's gone Atletico. Simeone, who I respect a lot as a manager, has looked at him and said, nah, this ain't working out. So for me, I'm going to take that as an Arsenal fan too and say, well, if Simeone thinks he's not working out for Atletico, I want Arsenal to get to a position where we are actually playing Atleticos again. He's not good enough for us either.
Yeah.
So you need to take knowledge from loans as well and see how it works out. Fact. Yeah, Eddie can't do that. That's one thing that's true, but he does the other side better than Bamford. So I would have expected to see him more. Bamford's better than Eddie, but I would have expected at that time to see Eddie more. It's not like Bamford was, a god out there at the time. He was respected coming up, but Eddie didn't take his chance, in my opinion.
And this is it. And that's why Bielsa loves Bamford, yeah? The reason why he loves Bamford is because Bamford does what he wants. And that's why you do not loan a player, yeah, to a club, yeah, to play for a manager whose profile he just does not fit, bro. It doesn't make sense. That doesn't mean it's a good loan.
Yeah, it's just...
because he's come back, yeah, and he's not any closer to starting for the club than when he left. Really? You know what I'm saying? Not really. Like, how much experience could he have picked up, from going to Leeds, as opposed to staying if he wasn't playing, bro?
Exactly. I'm going to be more if I put myself in those shoes. You sent me to Leeds, a lower league, and I'm not even playing. I'm on the bench here, so you lot might as well kept me where I'm happy, where it's home. So sometimes that affects too, but that all builds character and mentality too. Especially those ages. You either put your head down and think the world's against you, or you think, are these not mad? Let me show myself. And then you get players developing in that way.
100%. Do you know what I'm saying? And now, big up everyone inside 1.2 in here. Make sure you smash the comments. Did you see? Smash the like. Did you see Mourinho's comments today, bruv, about Fulham?
No, not about. Sorry about Ozil, but not about Fulham. No, what did he say?
Hey, the Ozil thing was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Mourinho's a troll, but you know what it is, yeah. Ozil actually played good football under Jose at Real Madrid. That's what it is. But like the way he parred, man, was a mad thing for me. Like.
Mourinho don't give a shit. I like that still. The way he just said, who the hell said he wants to sign him? And that was it. The journalist wanted more, and Mourinho
man said, who told him that? You know, like that later, but man don't want those, you know.
And later.
Nah, feisty. But nah, you know the game with Fulham got called off last minute because of the COVID thing.
But today?
Nah, before. Because it was meant to be the game was meant to be played.
You mean it was meant to be
meant to be played before New Year's.
Oh yeah.
It's meant to be played before New Year's. It got called off for COVID, and then Jose's basically said, he feels like Fulham will only have a couple players missing, even though they originally said that they had bare man out with the COVID thing. So he's basically insinuating, that they fabricated, the test results, so they could get more time because they didn't want to play man then. You know them one. So he's trying to say that boom, if they haven't got more than a couple man in, then them man were lying basically. And he's basically saying that their man used it to get a rest. And that's mad because I remember saying something quite similar about, like, for instance, when they were saying with Man City, they said, they have like 6 or 7 man tested negative. And I was like, well, bruv, who's testing these players? Is it an independent people sent by the FA, or are they testing in-house? Because easily man can just say, we've had 4 or 5 man failed. We need to kind of have a bit of time off. Like, who's actually regulating these things? Because Jose is moving like, bruv, he's just moving like, I don't trust him.
That's the biggest problem, the regulation of it. That's why Jose can say them sort of things, and we can think those sort of things, because when the Man City game, which was, I think that was the first one to be cancelled, isn't it, this season, the Man City one? Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
That happened. Everyone said maybe they're, flexing their muscles a bit, and then a couple other teams it happened with, and now it looks like they're just kicking on with it. And I just feel like, look, what's the regulations? At the end of the day, if someone's been around someone with COVID, apparently that person has to isolate, even if they're not showing symptoms.
Yeah.
It's all mad, So if one player in a team tests positive, sure, like, does that mean the whole team and the whole staff indoors needs to isolate for 10 days, meaning the club essentially stops running?
Yeah.
So I think if they're making special relief for these players and football in general to continue on during COVID, they've got to make sure the regulations are a bit better than they are. It's all up for interpretation right now. That's why you can say one thing, I can say another thing, Jose can say another thing. We don't know what's going on. What you said is right. It shouldn't be the club doing it. It should be an independent body coming in, like the same way, drug testing is done in other organizations. That another body comes in, does the test, goes. But again, I'm not an expert, but there's no experts on this matter, fam. The way the government are handling it, no wonder it's gone to shit the way it has.
That's what I'm saying. These men are saying that Scott and Mourinho have previous, but Jose basically said, I'll be the first to apologize if they come with half a team, because he's basically saying that half of these man tested positive, and he goes, like, if they come with their best team, I think they should apologize to us, bro. So he's basically insinuating that these men have been fibbing, because obviously they say it takes 2 weeks, innit? 2 weeks to show up, even if you ain't got symptoms and all these other things there. And also, once you have it, as we know, like Pogba had it and all these things, even when it's out of your system, because it's respiratory, your lungs and that don't recover straight away.
Yeah, it takes a little while.
So he's saying, boom, if that's the case, then man need to roll out with half a team, or these men been lying. So he's almost trying to use psychology to put pressure on them, so that maybe they don't pick like a stronger team. Do you know what I mean? He just have the usual shithousery in it. That's what Mourinho does.
He loves it. He loves it. Like, even against Fulham, who are down in the pits. But if people are saying him and Scott had a thing, then that's probably the reason. Because Jose don't really take the piss out of these smaller clubs or unless there's a reason to. So that thing with Scott must have been I don't know. He played under Jose at Chelsea. Maybe something did happen and he's kind of, biting back now. But Jose, someone said it in the comments, if he's not your manager, you love him. And essentially, it is the truth. Obviously, not as an Arsenal fan over a few years when he was ripping us a new one, but around that, he's actually funny, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's what he's saying. He used to bench. He used to bench Scott Parker, but boy, that ain't nothing new. Scott Parker wasn't levels for that Chelsea team, bro. Like he actually got bought into a very good Chelsea team. That was when Chelsea started spending money.
Yeah,
early. Look who he was competing with. You know what I'm saying? Look who he's competing with. But yeah, Jose's super petty. Everyone knows that. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that he's trying to shithouse against teams like Fulham, that shows also that he's not confident either in what his team are doing. Do you know what I mean? He's not really confident in what his team are doing because they're not playing well. Like, even when they've been getting results, like, these men have been outperforming their expected goals tally for quite a while, yeah, and that shows you that they're not actually playing well. So it's quality carrying them. It's quality carrying them at the moment, and I don't know. It's a weird one with Tottenham. They're another team that if they don't win something this season, they're boy. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think they're one of them ones because the window that they had just now, where they brought in 5-6 men. They're not going to emulate that window ever again, bro.
No. They're not. They're not because they can't if they don't back it up with something. They got a stadium. They got a transfer. Well, they broke their transfer record the season before, and then this summer just come. They done business again after COVID. They got Jose in, high paid manager. Like, they need to be doing something this season, and they're not. Well, let me not say it yet, but I don't think they're doing anything.
No, I don't think they're doing anything. I mean, I've said it categorically, yeah. It's one of them ones where I think their best opportunity is obviously the League Cup final against Manchester City.
One game for them.
One game, that's it. Like, the Premier League, I don't see them doing absolutely nothing in. FA Cup, I don't see them doing nothing in. So that's their trophy, innit? That's their trophy.
And
they can win it. They've got a 50-50 chance of winning it because they're in the final.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the best percentage of chance they have winning anything right now. And Jose, if he wins that, it's in Jose's eyes, he's going to make out that it's been a quality season for Tottenham because that's what he does. But it all depends on where they finish in the league, really and truly, because the League Cup won't define his reign here.
No, but it might to Tottenham fans. Like, a lot of them just won a trophy, bro.
Maybe the Tottenham fans that, I don't know. Not the social media and online fan base. I think that's not enough for them. Maybe
they expect more, but I'm saying, they've got the fullback. They've got the fullback to just say, oh yeah, but at least we won something. And also Jose as well. Remember, Jose is all about himself. Like, he doesn't care about how the football looks. He doesn't care where they finish in the league. He can say, yo, I delivered Tottenham their first trophy since XYZ. That's all he cares about.
Yeah. You know he's going to, even when he's gone on, he's going to talk about that. If he does do it, he's going to be talking about who won the last and only trophy for Tottenham. Me. He's about that. He's about his ego. You know, sometimes it works in a club's favor. Sometimes it works in the club's downfall. And we'll see how it works out. Look, when is that final? February. It's coming up soon, isn't it? So we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
It'll be it'll be very interesting. Poch can win his first trophy today as manager. That's mad. That man's been there for 5 minutes and he can win a trophy already, blood. What you man saying? You man tuning into that, yeah? You know that man are tuning into the Pochettino thing, bruv. It is what it is, bruv. Like, bruv, he'll win it, innit? It's one of them ones where he's one of the nicest guys in football, bro. It's like, it's one of them ones where you can't dislike him, bro. Like, he hasn't done anything in his tenure at Tottenham, or at Southampton for man to kind of say, right, he's got a bad attitude, we don't like him. He's just a quiet, humble guy, and he's just gone about his business. And I think a lot of the United fans that wanted him, now he's at PSG, they just want him to do well, innit? Obviously, I hope that he doesn't take Pogba from us, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he probably will win his first trophy today, and then the whole, he hasn't won anything business goes straight out the window. And that's what happens when you manage a top football team, bro. Like, the opportunity to win trophies come every year. Sooner or later, you're going to start winning things. You could end up winning a treble this year, bro. A domestic treble. He could win a domestic treble this year, you know, after all them years when man was saying, oh, he's not won nothing. And just like that.
In 6 months, just fills it out quickly.
Bro, but this is what happens, bro, when you're at big clubs. And then you look at people like Pirlo, who's at Juventus, and them men are struggling, cuz. So sometimes, just because you're at a big club, that don't guarantee that you're gonna win things, bro. Even getting to a final with Tottenham, man, have to respect that. If Jose's saying, that finishing second with United was his greatest achievement, then how can man rub out Pochettino getting to a Champions League final with Tottenham?
True, yeah, especially in his stage of his career as well.
There you go.
It's different stages. And I see a lot of people are saying the League Cup finals in April, sorry. So they must have moved it. But it's really, I think that bodes better for City, because come them times, you know, they'll know what they're in for and what they're not in for. And Tottenham, you know, it depends on Jose's mental state at that time.
Yeah, but it also means if he's lost the dressing room by then.
Huh?
He could have lost the dressing room by April. Real talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Because the football they're playing right now, it's only feasible if these men are playing well and they're winning games, bro. Like, it's hard for someone like Jose to keep players like, especially like Heung-min Son and Harry Kane, It's hard to keep these men on side, when you're not playing football to their strengths, and then 2-2s, they go 2-3 games, and it's all shaky, and then the man starts side-eyeing you, bro. Like, someone like Son, do you honestly think that Harry Kane, especially, like, is enjoying playing 20 yards further deeper on the pitch than where he normally plays? Not really. He can't.
Yeah,
he's happy to do it for the team if they're winning.
Yeah, if they're winning, everyone's quiet. But the moment doubt starts creeping in, or, you know, inconsistency, that's when it starts becoming you know, we're not playing to our strengths. And then it all starts unraveling, and then it becomes a problem. And then a new manager comes in. It's not just, you know, one club. It happens at all clubs. As soon as that doubt starts coming into players' minds in terms of the manager's tactics and substitutions and way of thinking, that's pretty much it, especially if it's experienced players.
Facts. Because even yesterday, after Paul Pogba's man of the match performance, well, they said, Pogba, are you happy? He said, I'm always happy when we win, bro.
Yeah.
That's what he said. And every player's like that, bro. Especially the top players like the Harry Kanes, the Sons and that. Hey, they're willing to do the donkey work for Jose if they're winning. Samuel Eto'o was happy to play left back for Jose because they won the treble.
Yeah.
Man ain't happy to do these things.
Maybe when you're young, you want a bit more of the limelight, but, you know, that will hold you back in your career too, because, you know, especially now in a system age of football where, you know, you have to do a job where you're put. It's not so much about expressing yourself on the pitch anymore. It's about doing the job you're set on the pitch.
Absolutely. My man's saying, why so much negativity for Jose? You know why? It's not even negativity, bro. If you've watched Jose his whole career, you know what Jose does, you know what he is, and you know how long he normally can keep a dressing room, bro. He's a maximum 3-year manager, bro.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
I don't even feel like we've been too negative. We started off by saying he's funny, and in the end, we talked about his football, which is negative. But you're talking to a Man United fan who's been through a Jose as a manager, and an Arsenal fan who has been Jose's biggest target over the years. So,
bro, but also, bro, think about it. Like, a lot of Chelsea fans, even they don't love him the way they should love him, bro, because they know what comes with him. They sacked him twice. Yeah, and then he said he would never go to Tottenham and went to Tottenham.
Exactly.
And then his excuse was well, they sacked me, so fuck him.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that.
You know, managed your club twice. Said he loved your club and then went to manage Tottenham, bro. He don't love you, man. He loves himself. He made it very clear.
And now with his Instagram and how he's building his brand now, it's all about himself, you know. That's what it is with Jose. Like, don't get it wrong, he's been a legend in football, one of the top managers in the past however many years. But he's very much about himself. He's very much protects his brand, his image, his way of thinking. Get down or lay down. That's what it is with Jose. Like, you know, if you're not with him, you're against him.
That's what I'm saying. And yo, man saying that Son and Kane are in their best form. But bruv, they're not on their best form, but bruv, maybe on paper, they're putting up better numbers than they have previously. But bruv, they're not playing to the level that you know they can play. Do you know what I mean? Heung-min Son, his all-round game, he's not playing at the level that you know he can play. He's not getting enough of the ball.
And it's been so far.
I think that Son's probably the most effective now that we're seeing him in a while. But he's not playing his best football, bro. Son's best football is when he's getting on the ball a lot more than he gets on the ball now. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the same with Harry Kane's best form, most effective is when Harry Kane's getting the ball in and around the penalty area. He's one of the best finishers in world football, bro.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? He's changed up the roles a bit, and that's why people he's changed up the roles, which has definitely helped, because there was a time maybe like 6 months ago when people were saying, "Oh, is Jose getting the best out of Kane?" But, you know, now when you look at it and his partnership with Son, you know, it has put Tottenham where they are this season, but they're not really up there. It's not really a irregular season for Tottenham. It's not like the form that apparently they're showing has put them top of the league or second. They're literally where they pretty much always, are around this time of the season, without much hope of a title. So I feel like nothing much has changed. As much as people, even if you want to say on one hand, Kane, Son, they're on top form. Well, if they're on top form and then you've got one of the best defensive coaches in world football and Jose in, then you're one of the favourites for the title then. But you're not. So what is the problem? So what is the problem?
This is it. Oh, you feel Foden's bagged 1-0 to
okay.
Man City. No surprise there whatsoever. Foden is a very, very, very good footballer.
Yeah.
And it's good to see him actually getting more minutes under for City now. Obviously, not from a standpoint of obviously they're going to push us in the league. So I don't like to see him playing well, but obviously from the point of view that he's one of them up and coming young English players, man after like, man. You know them ones.
Yeah. No, Foden definitely. It's about time he started getting more consistency, so we can actually see if he's gonna, fulfill his potential. I actually like the way Pep's managed him over the years, because if he was at Arsenal, he probably would have played about 100, 150 league games by now, and he'd be burnt out. So it might work better the way he's been introduced, but he's definitely a top young player. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Look at this. My man said Son's got 12 goals from 5.4 expected goals. That means he's outperforming his expected goals by more than twice, bro. And you man think that Jose's doing him a favor. Brother, you man ain't even creating chances like that. That's a fact. That what I mean? That tells you that Son is just playing out of his skin right now. That ain't got nothing to do with the style of football you're playing, bro. I ain't seen these numbers, and that's just factually, bro. If my man was creating 16 chances for Son and he scored 12, then you could say, cool, Jose's responsible for his form. The only person responsible for Son's form right now is Heung-min Son, bro.
Yeah, because look at when Bale came in, everyone thought Bale's Son, Kane. But he hasn't made it work, because on one hand, Bale's not the same player he was, but on the other, Jose is very stiff in his ways, stiff in his ways. And as much as he tries to be expansive on what he's been like in the past, he always reverts to type. Hence why if Son or Kane get a goal, the football you see following is Jose 101, back to 10 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna grab my charger quickly and come back. 2 secs, yeah?
Yeah, no problem. And when my man's saying what's expected goals, bro, depending on the quality of the chance that the players got, they estimate your expected goals. So obviously, if you're missing a big chance, then obviously that's negative expected goals, etc., etc. That means that Son has only had 5 big chances created for him that he scored, and the rest of the goals he scored weren't even full goal scoring opportunities, bro. So them ones where Son's cutting inside and whipping the ball in the top corner from 25 yards, that's not an expected goal, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's my man individual brilliance. And that's why last season when Martial and Greenwood last season outperformed their expected goals for Manchester United. That's why we got third. And then this season, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they'll either be on target with their expected goals or below them, bro. And that's the reason why, they're not scoring right now. Because last season, I think Greenwood had expected goals of 4 in the Premier League, and I think he bagged 11 or something like that. So man was creating his own goals out of absolutely nothing that weren't chances. So you can't put that form down to the manager. You put that form down to the players. You can't put that form down to the style of play. You put that form down to the form of the player. Heung-min Son now is outperforming, almost outperforming the team, bro. And what they're creating for him. You can't put that down to the manager.
Hey, you can't.
You can't.
I've listened to what you've explained there, and it's bang on basically. That you can't. If he's banging in top 25 yarders, top bins, it's and that's 1 in 2, or 1 in 2 is a goal created on his own, or a goal created out of his own doing rather than form or pattern. Then 100%.
Son had more freedom when he went to the Korean army. I'm dead. Wow. Wow. You know, like that. But nah, that's what it is. And the thing is, yeah, certain stats, yeah, are mad, innit? But expected goals, yeah, and like big chances created. Do you know what I mean? And big chances missed and stuff like that. These are just chances that players should score, yeah, on average, innit? Like they're easy chances, bro. And when players are outperforming their expected goals, and also Tottenham as a team were outperforming their expected goals based on the quality of chances they created at the
Yeah.
beginning when they were on a run and everyone was saying they could win the league. And then that dried up. So it's not sustainable.
It's not.
Outperforming your expected goals is not sustainable for any footballer.
Look, like you said, the transfer window, Pochettino got a lot out of Kane and Son, you know, but Pochettino was sacked in the end. So Jose's got more work to do than just getting good productivity out of Son and Kane. You know, he's got a lot more work to do. And he's not been doing it. Let's be honest. Like, obviously, they was top of the league or thereabouts a few weeks ago because of Kane and Son's form more than anything. You know, but I always said it. Jose's not going to work out there, and I hope I'm going to be proved right in that, because that would be perfect. I always say Tottenham and Jose going down together would be perfect for me.
Yeah. All right. And before we wrap up, we're going to answer this. But for this brother, when he's saying, yo, Jose deserves credit because he created a system that favored them, bro, creating less chances for your attackers is not a system that favors them. That doesn't make sense. A system that favors Harry Kane and Son is a system that creates more chances for them. Yes or no?
100%.
It has to be. So the system doesn't favor them more. They're just playing very well at the moment. But as soon as them man, their shooting boots are kind of, you get me? This is when Tottenham struggle, bro. You can't rely on individuals to outperform their expected output every single game.
Yeah, because
that's not feasible.
You rarely see it. You rarely see that happen consistently, where efficiency, you know,
it doesn't happen consistently.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Like in football, it just doesn't.
Arsenal Palace 2-1 Arsenal. I'm going with just a tight one, but you know what? Fucking hell, Zaha against Bellerin and Holding is going to be a mad one. And even if Eze goes to that side, mad one. I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal. I'm just going to stick to that, but it could be.
What I mean. Let us know in the comments what you man think for Arsenal Crystal Palace. I'm assuming that you lot are at home.
Yeah. Thursday home. I remember, look, Bellerin that side. I can't lie. I remember what Grealish done to him. I can see Zaha doing the same thing, or Eze.
Yeah. He did get cooked. I'm not gonna lie.
Cooked, man. He's still sizzling from that one.
No, you're right. No, it's true, man. It's absolutely true. Let us know what you guys are thinking for this score, man. You know what I mean? So I can see where you lot's heads are at, man. Where are we?
That one in there. 2-1.
1-1 Palace.
Big up, Chris. Come on.
1-1.
3-1s, 2-1s, 2-2s. A lot of tight
2-1. It's a tight one. It's gonna be these man. It looks like they're saying it's gonna be one goal either way. You know.
Yeah, that's pretty much yeah.
It
is gonna be a tight one, man. You can't really predict, man.
That'd be very, very interesting. 2-1, 3-0, 2-2, 2-1, 2-2. Yeah, bruv. 3-1 Arsenal, couple 3-1s and that, but other than that, I'm seeing 2-1s and 1-1s. Do you know what I mean? Man said Troops is back in NY, so you man are gonna drop points now.
I can't lie. People have been saying that. Still, it's mad that he came back. We won every game and he's gone back. If we lose, it's
the Troops judge, you know.
I can't lie. Yeah, I'll have to start support bringing him back.
Yeah, that's a mad thing. Yeah, bruv. Palace wins. It'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting, you know. Interesting to see what happens. Form-wise, you man are doing okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's one thing I would say, bruv. On form, I have to back Arsenal in this game just. So I'm going to go for 2-1-2 Arsenal because Crystal Palace, I don't know. They're hot and cold. But even when they're cold, they're not rubbish. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, Palace have got something about them, and they do pick up, you know, performances here and there against us. So that's why I'm going to say it's tight. And if anything, it might stretch to a 3-1 either way or something, but I don't think it's going to be any more than that. 2-0. Where are they? 13th. Well, if they beat us, they go above us. So, yeah.
It'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting, people, man. But, yo, big up everyone inside. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to Turkish's channel as well. The link to the channel is in the title of the video, man. So just literally, you can just click the link, the hyperlink. It will take you straight there, man. Big show, big interaction as usual. 7 o'clock Red Talk starts with Saeed. You get me? So you, man, stay close, brother. Make sure you subscribe as well if you haven't already. I'm mad close to 55 now.
Come on, people, man. Make sure
I'll hit that this week. What day
yeah,
are we?
man, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you get him 55k. There's nearly 500 likes. Get it to 500 before the video, gets processed and all that. Rants is giving me the stage, so I might as well do the outro. It is what it is, though, people. Like he said, subscribe to my channel and all that. What was that about? You gave me the stage, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened there, but yeah, you lot, make sure you smash that like button. You, man, already know what it is. Yeah, you know what I mean? And yo, man, make sure you subscribe, man. I think I'm like 70 off or something weird like that, yeah, or 55. So I should hit that in the next day or so. So big up everyone inside. Red Talk starts in 4 minutes with Saeed. So make sure you come over there. Obviously, YouTube limit the amount of notifications they send out in it. So because I'm streaming back to back, you might not get one. So just stay tuned, innit?
Yeah.
100. So I love that, people. Big up. Make sure you subscribe to Turkish. You already know what time it is. Hyperlink is in the title. And yo, like, man's gonna see you guys in minutes, blood. You know them, man. So big up, people.